Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host, Advocate Tulo Hoyani. On and on the Meyiwa mystery goes. This morning I just want to look at Gininda again. You know, Gininda has told the court that there were two theories in this case. The first theory was that there had been intruders into the house. The second theory that was being pursued was that there were no intruders into the house. So, with those two versions, Gininda had to kickstart his investigation and look at the two versions and say, which one am I going to follow? And he made a choice and followed the theory that there were intruders. But let us look closely at what Gininda says. Gininda says he formed the theory that there had been intruders into the house because immediately after Senzo was killed, all the cell phones of the people in the house registered on the clinic towers. And one of the cell phones, and this is a cell phone that belonged to Kelly Kumalo, registered at a tower called the Moleleki Tower. So it registered at a different place from all other cell phones of the people in the house. So Gininda says, well, that is a theory that I pursued, that there were people in the house who must have taken that cell phone. Well, on the face of it, how nice it can be. It makes sense. But look at it this way also. There's also evidence in that same docket that Gininda admits came from Kelly Kumalo, that when the intruders got into the house, it looked like they were going to take her cell phone. But they ended up not taking her cell phone. And the cell phone was found somewhere in the house. What is going on here? And also, when Ramosipili says to him, this cell phone, they call it the runaway cell phone. When the cell phone was found, did you try and question Kelly Kumalo about the cell phone? Did you confront her about the cell phone? Gininda says, no, he didn't. Why not? Why not? Because Gininda had his own theory that, this cell phone must have belonged to people who were not in the house. This is why I'm saying, what a flawed investigation this can be. Because your first port of call, your first focal point or point of focus is the people in the house. And if you somehow come across a cell phone, wherever you come across it, you must first of all establish whether it is in any way connected to the people in the house. Gininda never did this. He says he believed that there were intruders because, according to a statement, which is strongly denied by Ntanzi, he says, according to a statement made by accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, Ntanzi says he took the cell phone from the house and gave it to accused number 3. That is why he believes there had been intruders. But at no stage at all did Gininda ever, confront Kelly Kumalo about the cell phone. Because his own approach was that Kelly Kumalo had nothing to do with the death of Senzo Meyiwa. This is a travesty of justice. I want to get to the bottom of this. Now, the other thing is the cross-examination in this case. Ramosipili's cross-examination, to be exact, leaves much to be desired, with all due respect for Ramosipili as a colleague, as another advocate in this business. Ramusipili goes like this. When he asks a question, he will say, please correct me if I am wrong. Lawyers don't talk like that. You know, you are starting from a premise. You are giving the witness an indication that the version that you are putting to him might well be wrong. You're already saying, in your question, you're already saying, but please correct me, please correct me. Why should you be corrected? You must get your facts right so that when you put a question to a witness, there is no room for you being corrected. Why should you be corrected? Are you going to put wrong versions which need correction by Gininda? So this kind of questioning is very dangerous in cross-examination. Cross-examination must be confrontational. Cross-examination must elicit information, and cross-examination must be firm. And let me give you an idea how Gininda responds to some of these questions. Gininda is not giving answers. Gininda is lecturing the defense. He lectures the defense. Gininda ought to be asked straightforward questions. Gininda is giving too many opinions. You know, when you tender evidence in court and what goes into the record as evidence is not your own interpretations of the evidence. It is what the evidence is all about. What you think is not important. Gininda runs away from answering questions in a direct manner because he is allowed to do so. And this is going on and on and on and on and on. When he's asked, things, he will say things like, his answers will be like, I don't know whether I'm being asked to answer this question relying on my own personal information or relying on the information in the docket. You see, that is throwing back questions at the cross-examiner, right? You must answer the question, right? You must answer the question and in a straightforward manner without, giving a long lecture that nobody wants. So it is difficult to get to the bottom of some of these things by these lawyers because Gininda just explains and explains and gives them unnecessary information, which at the end of the day does not help them in any way. But all I'm trying to say is Gininda applied his own theory that there were intruders in the house. And yet there is a second docket, 375. 375 says there were no intruders in the house. The people in the house have got something to do with the murder of Senzo Meyiwa to varying degrees. Gininda just ignored that. So Gininda used his own discretion, right, to say so and so is guilty, so and so is not guilty. I'm going to pursue so and I'm not going to pursue so and so. Based on his own, subjective views about the whole thing. So he was not being objective. He was simply following, his own instincts. Any other person or any other investigator would also have pursued his own instincts, right? To focus on 375. Senzo's death is tragic. I feel saddened by developments like this. We need to get to the bottom of what happened to Senzo Meyiwa. For God's sake, this is a death. Why can't we get simple answers to simple questions so that at the end of the day, South Africa can rest assured that so and so killed Senzo Meyiwa and so did not kill Senzo Meyiwa. We can't be going around in circles. That's a simple inquiry, right? Somebody kills Senzo Meyiwa, and the issue is, who is that person? Or who are the people who killed Senzo Meyiwa? I still maintain that leaving Kelly Khumalo out of all this was a travesty of justice. was a travesty of justice. Thank you very much for watching this morning. I look forward to your subscriptions. I look forward to those views. I look forward to the comments section where I get a lot of positive feedback, and I will keep you, informed about these matters so that, we can take them forward and see what can be done about it. I am very grateful that, the channel is growing. Let us have just, one motto, one view, one subscription. How lovely that can be. You view nicely, you enjoy the video, why don't you subscribe? Let me just give you my smile and say, please subscribe with the smile that I'm giving you. Subscribe just for the sake of the smile. See you in the next episode. Bye.